As- Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome again to our channel of Mind Mastery Tutor. And today we're going to look at this type of question about enlargement. Um, so, so let's start the session. The diagrams below show an object and its image under an enlargement. In each case, locate the center of enlargement. Roman 2, determine the linear scale factor. So each question, wacha tuifanye na hikma. Now, when you want to find the center of enlargement, okay, especially when you have something like this, ndo wacha nionyeshe vizuri. So when you have something like this, you normally connect the object to its image. So let's say A, image yake ni A prime, C, image yake ni C prime. So connect, let's start with the B. So connect the B with the B prime. Again, it's two line yake kubwa. Connect the B to the B prime. So you extend to. Then connect the A with the A prime and then also extend it. Okay. Now if you connect the C to the C prime, the line will be just the same. So pale ambapo itakapokutana is now your pale ambapo itakapokutana ndo center of enlargement yako. So your center of enlargement COG, that is your center of enlargement. Sawa. So what happened, hii kitu object ambayo ni hii hapa imekuwa enlarged to this. So linear scale factor yako itakuwa greater than 1. Now the question is, how do you know the linear scale factor? How do you know the linear scale factor? So we find the distance from the center of enlargement to the object and the center of enlargement to the image. That's why I need a ruler. So a ruler is needed. So let's say here a ruler. So yeah. So let's find the center of enlargement. Of the center of enlargement. Okay, let's find the center of enlargement. Sorry, the linear scale factor. So what you just need to do is rotate vizuri so that we can measure it afterwards. So the distance from the center of enlargement to its image ni around 7. So let's say O A prime sawa ni 7 hapo. Umeelewa? Now what is the distance now from the center of enlargement to its image? That is from O to A C prime, yani O to A peke yake is around I think is around 3.7. 3.7. So OA ni 3.7. So you take 7 divided by 3.7 na itakupa around 1.8. Let's say if you round it off to one significant figure is around 2. So the linear scale factor can be around 2. That is how you find the linear scale factor. So the distance from the center of enlargement to the image over the distance from the center of enlargement to the object. That gives you the linear scale factor. Let's try the other question out then. Now we do also with the other question, we connect the object to the image. So hapa kuwa makini sana, kuwa makini sana when you're connecting, hakikisha wa connect object kwa image. So you're connecting this one. Connecting, let me not use a ruler, ni heri nitumie tu hii. So you're connecting this one to this one. So object to image, object ni A, image yako ni A prime. So connecting, extend to sijali. Then connecting B to B prime. So B to B prime, and also imetoka, and also extend it which is here. So where the two lines meet is now your center of enlargement. Ukitaka waweza connect zingine, but it's not a must. Ukitaka waweza connect C mpaka C prime, it will still give you the same center of enlargement. But so that is your center of enlargement. Let's say COJ, your COJ, center of enlargement. So I think people have understood to that point. Now, let's find the linear scale factor. Just like we said, the linear scale factor is from the center of enlargement to the image. So let's take the center of enlargement to A, ni ngapi? Okay, from O to A is around 1.2. From O to A, 1.2. But let's search for the center of enlargement to the image, or from O to A prime here, 1.2. So OA prime ni 1.2 divided by OA. So OA ni ngapi? So let's see, OA itakuwa ni ngapi? Is around 3.2 there, or 3.3. So divide by 3.2. So OA prime 1.2 divided by OA, center of enlargement to the image, over center of enlargement to the object. So 1.2 divided by 3.2 is going to give you 0.375. Okay, so ukiona it is less than 1, this means that the object yani ilikuwa enlarged lakini ina scale factor ya fraction. Hata ukiona object ni hii ndo object, this is your object, so imekuwa reduced. Sawa, imekuwa reduced mpaka ikawa hivi, ndio maana linear scale factor yako ni ndogo. So the object was reduced to this here, ndio maana linear scale factor yako ni 0.375. Hopefully that is understood. Okay, we have this question here. Sijui kwa nini itatoka huo. Let me just bring it here. Let me just do this and then increase the size. Okay, now we know that the vertices of a parallelogram PQRS are P2, -2, 7, -2, R 9, 2, and S 4, 2. Draw the parallelogram on a Cartesian plane. So let's start to draw it. So P, naambiwa ni 2, so somewhere here, -2. Yeah, so that is P. P is 7, -2. And then we have R 9, 2, 9, 2, which is somewhere here. That's R, and S 4, 2, 4, 2, which is here. That is S. Now just connect this using a ruler. Somehow very so PQRS. Now draw a parallelogram on a Cartesian plane. I've done that. Taking the origin at the center of enlargement, the linear scale factor -1/2. Draw the image of P prime, Q prime, R prime, and S prime of the parallelogram. And then what are the coordinates of the image P prime, Q prime, R prime, and S prime after the enlargement? Okay, after the enlargement. Now the easiest way to find out, and that is something, if your center of origin is here, if it is if that is your center of enlargement, then it becomes somehow easier to get the images. So because if you have a point which is a comma b, and you want to get an image with a scale factor of something, a scale factor of k, then the image is going to be ka, k times a, and k times b. Or yeah, for example, your p your p need 2 comma negative 2, but since your center of enlargement, as long as your center of enlargement is at the origin, then you can use this formula. So p prime itakuwa ni scale factor yako ni negative half, so itabidi sasa kila number hapo multiply by negative half, so 2 times negative half, and also negative 2 times negative half. So you multiply the x coordinates with negative half, and it's going to give you 2 times negative half would give you negative 1, and negative 2 times a half is going to give you positive 1. So your p prime is going to be, so p prime negative 1 comma 1. Do the same thing with the others. Q prime yako 7 comma negative 2, so 7 comma negative 2, so 7 comma negative 2, that is your q. So your q is this one, and therefore your q prime itakuwa 7 times negative a half. 7 times negative a half is around negative 7 over 2, which is negative 3.5. And negative 2 times a half, obviously, is still 1. Okay, so your q prime is basically negative 3.5 comma 1. So negative 3.5 comma 1. Why did I have this? So your q prime is negative 3.5 comma 1. Now r prime, the same thing. So r ni 9.2. 9 times negative a half is negative 4.5, and 2 times negative a half is negative 1. So, and then s prime is going to be 4 times negative a half is negative 2. This is s. So s prime 4 times negative a half is negative 2, and 2 times negative a half is going to be negative 1. So let's plot it now. It becomes easy that way. But there's also another way which I'll also show you. So p prime ni negative 1 comma 1. So negative 1 comma 1 is here. P prime. Negative 1 comma 1. Q prime is negative 3.5 comma 1, which is around here. That is Q prime. Now, and then we have R prime negative 4.5 comma negative 1, which is here. That is negative 4.5 comma negative 1. R prime. Then negative 2 comma negative 1, which is here. So P to Q prime, P prime to Q prime, U prime to R prime, and then R prime to S prime, and then just finish up with this one. So that is your center of enlargement. That is your center of enlargement. So, but there's also another way that you can do. If your center of enlargement from P to the center of enlargement ni 1, this is 1. So negative a half yamaanisha itaenda nyuma. So negative 1 is basically when you draw 2 boxes somewhere here. So this is negative 1. Lakini negative a half itakuwa nusu ya ile 1, which is here. That is why your P prime will appear that way. The same thing with S. Easy ni box, I think around this way. So sure, like going 1, 2. So you're going a half of 2, which is 1. So itakuwa hapa, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So nusu ya 4 ni 2, so you're going 1 and 2, lakini 1 and 2 which is here. So that's another way. Sawa, and then you do the same thing, so itakuwa hapa, at least itakuwa paka hapa. So the same thing with r to r prime. R to the center of enlargement is here, hisabu yani sasa. So 1 2, so yamaanisha upande huko utakuwa waenda once only because it's a half, so nyuma ya center of enlargement utaenda only once, which is here. Sawa, and then hisabu kwa upande x axis 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, nusu yake. So nusu ya 9 is around negative 4.5, so itaenda negative 4.5 the left side. So 1 2 3 4 and 4.5. So that is how we do it. But all in all, si lazima ufanye hivi. Ikiwa center of enlargement yako ni origin, you can use the simple method. Now question A, what are the coordinates of the image? Tasema the coordinates of the image tushaandika tayari. So these are your coordinates of your image. P prime negative 1, 1, negative 3.5, 1, negative 4.5, negative 1, and S prime negative 2, negative 1. And that is your answer. Now this is another question where the center of enlargement is different, origin tena, so that formula won't apply here. The vertices of a triangle M and P are M 4,4, N 8,4, and P 6,6. Draw the image of triangle M and P under enlargement with center 6,2. So enlargement center 6,2. So this is your center of enlargement. So let me nionyeshe kabisa. So this is your center of enlargement. So now umeambiwa and linear scale factor a quarter. So ingekuwa center of enlargement ni origin, tungepiga kila coordinates times a quarter times a quarter, tayari ungepata image yake. But now let's use the long method, there's no problem. M and P, M ni 4,4, so 4,4 is here, so this is M. N is 8,4, 8,4 is around here, that is N. And P is 6,6, 6,6 here, so this is, so let's connect it. MN to NP to MP. So tayari hiyo ndio triangle yetu. Now we need to now enlarge this scale factor a quarter. So ikiwa scale factor ni fraction, yamaanisha image yako itaenda nyuma ya hiyo center of enlargement. So let's connect the object to the center of enlargement. So it means that your image will be behind it. So itakuwa behind the center of enlargement. Ingekuwa ni more than one, center of enlargement yako ingekuwa hata mbele ya hiyo, ingekuwa hapo mbele ya hiyo object. Now, but now since it's a fraction, itakuwa nyuma yake. Now how do you know? Sio, how do you know the image of M? Sasa uangalia washukana ngapi, but there's also an easy way of knowing in case tayari ushaona. So look at this, from the center of enlargement to M ni kama boxi mbili hapa, siona boxi mbili, so 1 and 2, so 1 and 2, so image yako itakuwa 2 times a quarter, which will be, so itakuwa 2 times a quarter, which will be a half. So itakuwa nusu yake from the center of enlargement. So at the end of the day, this is 2 times a quarter, so yeah, 2 times a quarter into fixed, so itakuwa half. A half sasa itakuwa around here, itakuwa somewhere here. Let me use another different color. A half itakuwa hapa, nusu ya hii ni 1, sawa, nusu yake itakuwa somewhere here. So this is your M prime, this is your M prime. Now that is done. Now let's go to another one. So from N to the center of enlargement, from n to the center of enlargement, let's see ni ngapi. So hizi ni boxi ngapi? Ni 1 and 2. So 2 boxes times a quarter, same thing, itakuwa ni a half. So a half from the center of enlargement, a half, kumbuka hii ni 1, so a half yake itakuwa ni hapa, so somewhere there. So this is your n prime. N prime. Sawa, itakuwa ndogo sana. And then we have, last but not least, p to the center of enlargement. P to the center of enlargement is around how many boxes? So it's going to be how many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 times a quarter, itakuwa ni 1. So 1 box, your image will be 1 box behind the center of enlargement, which is here. So itakuwa hapa. So this is your p prime. Now let me use another color to show the what it says, triangle itself. So m to n, m to n ni hii, m to n, m to n is here, and n to p. So your triangle is that. That is your triangle. Come on, let me shade it so that you can get. Hii ndo triangle yako na hii ndo triangle yako ya object. But let's remove it. Let's remove this lines. Mara zingine yaweza kukoroga pia. So that is your image. Your image is that. Center of enlargement iko wapi? 2. So your center of enlargement sijaweka 2, tumesahau pia. It's here. 6,2. So this is your center of enlargement. So your image is this one. This is your image. Imekuwa sana. That is how we get the answer. So just in case someone asks you how to find it, so remember that is your image. Ndogo sana sana tena. Now, I think we've understood how to draw. Now let's go through this question. In grade 10 line, I wanted to make a picture frame for this photo whose coordinates are a -4,2, b -1,2, we have c -1,4, d -4,4 on the Cartesian plane. By construction, determine the coordinates of the frame given the center of enlargement as -2,0, which is here, if I'm not mistaken, and the linear scale factor of 2. Now linear scale factor of 2 yamaanisha image yake itakuwa mbele ya object, so it does not have. Now let me use another different color to construct the objects na koroga. A -4,2, which is supposed to be here. That is A. Then we have B -1,2, which is that supposed to be here. That is B. And then C -1,4, which is supposed to be here. And this is C. Then last, actually, it's like a, let me just draw C here. And then D -4,4, -4,4, which is here. Now let's draw the object itself, A, B, C, D. So which is here, here, then here, then here. Now let's draw the image. Remember our center of enlargement is here. So now let's draw the image. Scale factor 2. And let me use another color. So from object from the center to the object. So meaning that let's extend it. So let's extend it to here. But now again let's count it. So tukicount tutacount hivi, scale factor ya 1 ni 1 2, then going up waenda tena pia 2 on the left 2 up, so utafanya the same thing 1 2 then going up 1 2. So that is your a prime. A prime yako ni hapo sasa. Again, a prime is here. So now that is a prime. Let's do this with the others as well. So from the center to the object, which we should somewhere here. Okay. So now let's do the same thing to that one as well. So scale factor 1 ni hii 1, and then waenda juu 1 2. Sawa. So you repeat the same process. Scale factor 2 itakuwa waenda wafanya hivi mara ya pili. So utaenda 1 and 1 2. So your image will be here. Your image is going to be here. So this is B prime. And by the way, heading nilitumia a different color. Let's say this one's A prime, B prime. This take over. So yeah. Now let's go to C prime. From the object to from the center to the object is around here. And now do the same thing. So you do the same exact thing. So let's watch it so easy. So again, we're in the right once, and then you're going to up 1 2 3 4. So you do the same thing once right, and then this is right. So and then 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 1 2 3 4. Yeah. So 1 2 3 4. So your image is going to be here. Image yako itakuwa ni hapa C prime, and then obviously your D prime utajua tayari itakuwa wapi, but just to confirm, so just take this, so take this, connect hii sawa. So once you do that, you do the same process. Let me wrap this so that it doesn't confuse. So tunaenda hivyo hivyo, the same process 1 2 and then 1 2. Let me wrap this just so they can confuse me here. So you do the same thing again. So umeenda 1 2 1 2. Sorry, no, hiyo mpaka ni 1 2 then 1 2 3 4. So you do the same thing 1 2 then the 1 2 3 4. So your D prime is supposed to be here. So that is how we constructed it. So utaona madosi nyingi so that iwe ni rahisi kwa ku differentiate. Now we connect it. So connect this A prime to B prime, then B prime to C prime, and then C prime to D prime, and then this one. So your image is basically this one. So we highlight at least one. So this is your image. So this is your image, and this was your object. So hopefully you've understood that point, and that marks the end of the lesson. So just in case The next lesson will be about linear scale factor, area scale factor, volume scale factor, finding those. So stay tuned in and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, just likewise to my mastery Tutor. So wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace.